Breaking news, Canelo Alvarez is reportedly going to fight Jermall Charlo in May and then Terence Crawford in September. So in all 2024, Canelo Alvarez is not going to be fighting his WBC mandatory David Benavidez. Due to that, the WBC should strip Canelo Alvarez ASAP. There's no secret, the WBC mandatory has been 3 years long overdue. So if Canelo is not going to be fighting Benavidez in 2024, there's no reason whatsoever for the WBC not to strip Canelo today before tomorrow. I mean, how is the undisputed champion at 168 is allowed to continue to fight fighters that are not in his weight class back to back to back? First, it was Charlo who had to move up 2 weight divisions. Now it's Jermall Charlo who has to move up 1 weight division. A mentally ill Jermall Charlo, who's fighting drug addiction and health problems. The man couldn't even knock out Jose Benavidez, a blown-up welterweight, a 140-pounder who had to move up multiple weight divisions to fight Jermall Charlo at a catch weight of 166. Even then, would you guys believe he actually gave Jermall Charlo a fight some way, somehow? If you didn't know any better, you would have had mistaken Jose Benavidez for David Benavidez, the way Jermall Charlo was fighting him. So Jermall Charlo, who fought like twice in the past 5 years, all of a sudden is fighting Canelo moving up in weight. And after that, Canelo is going to fight Crawford, who has to move up 3 weight divisions in order to fight him. Due to that, is Canelo Alvarez going to start getting stripped of his undisputed titles at 168? Not just the WBC, with Benavidez being the mandatory, also the WBA, with David Morrell being the mandatory. Since Canelo is not fighting the fighters in his weight class, he keeps fighting fighters 1, 2, and 3 divisions below him instead of the fighters in his own division. So how the heck is he gonna get to keep his undisputed title at 168? That makes no sense at all, especially when you factor in everyone else getting stripped when they already have scheduled fights coming up, or have even a rematch clause like Terence Crawford. He got stripped of the IBF belt because of Jaron Ennis, the mandatory, even though Crawford has a rematch clause with Errol Spence. Jermall Charlo got stripped by Tim Tszyu, even though he already had a fight scheduled against Canelo. Devin Haney got stripped of his WBC belt, even though he was moving up in weight to fight Regis for the WBC title after Shakur Stevenson turned down 3 offers to fight him. And despite Devin Haney fighting his WBC mandatory Lomachenko right before that, he still got stripped by the WBC immediately after that. Meanwhile, Canelo Alvarez having fought David Benavidez, his mandatory that's been 3 years long overdue, and some way, somehow, he's still the champion. Everyone in boxing is getting stripped for way less than Canelo Alvarez, except of Canelo Alvarez. Listen, if Canelo doesn't want to fight David Benavidez, nor the best fighters in his weight division, like David Morrell, so on and so forth, then Canelo should be stripped of all of his belts at 168. So David Benavidez and David Morrell can fight each other and unify the division. At the moment in time, Canelo is keeping the whole division hostage, all because he has the complexion for the connection to get the ultimate protection. We all know in secret, Canelo is really the WBC president. This news is actually not surprising at all because we all know Canelo is going to avoid David Benavidez. And the only time Canelo fights the best black fighters is when they are at least 1, 2, or 3 divisions below him. With that being stated, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below, and to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.